Thank you for choosing to watch this video. So the question was asked to Christian Spice-Horner on Bloomberg Financial Services. It said, Christian, who would you rather have a beer with? Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton? The answer got me. Christian said, of course. He didn't say of course, but he said Max Verstappen, but only because Lewis Hamilton does not drink beer. I thought that was kind of telling, isn't it? Thank you for watching this video. But today's video, I want to show why I honestly believe that the FIA and Formula One is no more than just a good old boy network. Here's why I believe so. Now let's look at Stefano Domenicali, the current CEO of Formula One. Stefano Domenicali was at Ferrari for 23 years. He worked under Jean Todt. Jean Todt was his boss. Jean Todt was the guy that called Stefano Domenicali to offer him the job of Ferrari's team principal. Yes, Jean Todt was the head of the FIA for 2 full terms. Stefano Domenicali, he could have been considered Michael Schumacher's best friend. Stefano Domenicali thinks that if Fernando Alonso is not equal to Michael Schumacher, he's at least as good as Michael Schumacher. He's very close to Fernando Alonso. Stefano Domenicali cannot be fair to Lewis Hamilton's interests. There's no way, after what I've read about Stefano Domenicali and his past experience. Stefano Domenicali, by the way, also worked at Volkswagen family Lamborghini as the CEO of Lamborghini. Also worked at Audi. Audi, Lamborghini are both family member of VW. And we know now why Audi is coming back to Formula One. And I said prior, there's no doubt that Porsche will join Formula One. And I'm going to go off ramp for a second. I believe, just like Stefano Domenicali has done, leaving Ferrari to go work for Lamborghini CEO and coming back as the CEO of Formula One, Toto Wolff may one day, maybe sooner than later, leave Mercedes to go work for Porsche F1 and then come back later and be the CEO of the head of the FIA. These guys are just a group of the good old boy network. There is no way Lewis Hamilton would be seen or want to break Michael Schumacher's record. What Stefano Domenicali said just 2 days ago about the allegedly the breach of the 2021 budget cap about Red Bull is very telling. He pretty much dismantled every point that Red Bull should be penalized for what he deems to be a minor or a very minor breach. He pretty much says Zach Brown is over dramatizing the actual letter that he sent. It's an over dramatization of the issue. He pretty much has an idea. His belief is that what Formula One learned from the 2021 Abu Dhabi debacle was that just randomly that took place. What may be the case this year is to use the same 2021 debacle lesson for the FIA not to announce their verdict to what Red Bull should be subjected to as a penalty until after the season end. Because what saved Formula One and the FIA last year is that the debacle took place after the last race. This to me is that Stefano Domenicali is being extremely partial. That's not what leaders do. And again, I said it prior, leadership begins from the top down. Stefano Domenicali seemed to be defending Red Bull, which obviously justifies why Red Bull realized many months ago, after having been given a year 2020 to rehearse the budget cap details, they knew exactly what they were doing. However, worse than everything I just said, it's supposedly Christian Spice-Horner will hold a press conference tomorrow to justify or to make an excuse, in my opinion, to why they believe that Red Bull is not guilty of any breach. Now, how is Red Bull and Christian Spice Horner be able to come in front of the media and defend themselves on what is so far just an accusation? Because the FIA has yet to say this is exactly what took place. This is how much was the violation. How is Christian Spice Horner credibly face the media and defend himself with catering, salaries, used parts, anything he may want to say? He could say tomorrow, because the FIA has not done what I believe to be a professional job. Meaning, if you're going to accuse someone, before someone takes a defense, why shouldn't they be a detail why and what was the exact penalty or violations? If indeed Christian Spice Horner holds a press conference tomorrow, it would just justify what I started by saying. They're all together in one pool. The only thing that matters to Formula One is the money. This year has been one of the most profitable years ever in the sport. And for me, whether they choose to wait till the season ends to announce the penalty, or whether they do it whenever they choose to do so, this is no more than just the good old boys network. It doesn't matter. Formula One is no longer a sport. And for me, and for many fans, it's a travesty. Because we love this sport. I love Formula One. And I know you do love Formula One. And I can't imagine Christian Spice Horner, with all credibility, it doesn't make sense for this guy to show up tomorrow and to justify why he needs to defend himself without the FIA ever having stated what the team is guilty of. That doesn't make any sense, does it? Thank you. God bless.